Hello everyone, Ziggler here, Bork, Chef, you can call me whatever you'd like. So we're approaching Encourage and the new raid in the next phase of Season of Discovery. So I thought it could be fun to make a tier list of Blackwing Lair, what my thoughts of it has been in Season of Discovery. And I really want to point out that I've never done the Blackwing Lair outside of Season of Discovery. I never did it in the original, because like back in the real original, I didn't even play. And in the 2019 version, I was very casual on my Tauren Druid, so I didn't get to 60 until Encourage. So this was actually the first time I did Blackwing Lair overall. So I thought it could be fun to, just to make a tier list out of it. So I'm gonna approach this with in mind that I'm gonna set this tier with all affixes really, because I think it would be like separate videos, I guess, if I would make the black affix as well. But like I'm gonna focus mostly on the black affix as well, because it's the extra ability and just how fun it is to tank for me and what my experience has been with it. So yeah, let's just start. And we got the basic S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. Yeah, I think we do like this. We actually change it to Bork tier. Why not? Because if it gets a Bork, it's a total approved of me. But yeah, let's just start. First boss. We got the I actually don't know the name. The first boss is the egg boss. With the black affix, we got the extra egg in the middle, which I thought was very fun when we actually got the black one. Overall, I was more like, when we got the black one, I was like, oh geez, no, my god, just an extra thing, and some people don't understand, but it is what it is. My experience is that it feels like, let's put it this way: if it is a black affix, I would put this at A tier, because then it's as an off tank, I never controlled the egg. My tanking buddy always did that, and it felt like he was so good at it. I mean, it's not hard to control it, but it was like, I was like, you do it, because I would prefer to just run around and try to tank the other stuff. But yeah, and let me put it this way: if it's a black affix, it's a A tier. It's not a Bork tier, because it feels like a waiting simulator, the first 30 eggs. Because like, if it's not if it's not a black affix, it would be a B tier. But since with the black affix, I'm gonna put it into A tier. It's not a B tier, just because it feels like a waiting simulator, really, because everything is dying so fast, and the only reason that it is in B tier is because of the egg in the middle in the black affix. So yeah, that's the reason. Moving on to boss number 2, which is Valestras. Valestras the Guild Breaker. It's not that much difference in the black affix, because in the black affix it is only like the tank gets the debuff on them instantly, and they're rooted to the ground. That is basically it, and nothing else really. It's just more damage, I think. And it's I mean, the boss is dying so fast anyway. It was fun to progress on it the first night we did it, because I think we wiped like 11 times, and then we killed it, and then we cleared almost the rest. But yeah, for me it's a B tier personally. because it's just you're just standing there and trying to stay alive. It is a bit fun actually, because you need to try to mitigate with your bubble, with the belt rune, so you can actually like the tank's shield wall basically. So yeah, it's just a B tier for me. Moving on to the next one, which is the third boss. This boss is kind of boring, really. It doesn't do that much. You're just standing in a corner and you basically see nothing, and you just try to keep aggro. And either your main tank or your off tank. So it's like it is fun in a sense if you have to like fight for second place if you are off tank. That is kind of fun, because then you have to like actually fight for it for a bit. If your main tank is kind of boring, because you're just standing there basically just doing damage anyway. But yeah, for me it's a B tier, 100%. I would place Valestras above this one. Well, maybe not actually, because on Valestras, it's if you're an off tank and you know that the main tank is gonna die, it's super boring. But then it's just DPS race with tank gear, because personally I don't have a DPS gear set. So, but I think the third boss is more fun. The fourth boss is actually one of the bosses that felt most intimidating in this raid, personally. But the thing is, now that like after a couple of runs, when I actually like 100% understood the mechanic, this is a Bork tier. 100%, because I love the fact that you have to be like, it's so tank focused that it's the right cup of tea for me, because it's kind of boring whenever you only need one tank. It's just standing there. This one you have to switch between tanks, and that's just me. I felt awesome because you could place yourself. Let me see if I can actually find it here. We did fight it recently in the video here. You can look at a small snippet of it. So it was very fun, because in the end I was placing myself in like facing one way. Okay, let me make this one smaller again. I was facing the wall and like placing myself straight, and after that I never turned my character, I only strafed. So whenever the other tank came in and picked it up, or if I did, I just strafed there and then picked it up, and then I strafed back. So that was awesome. So it is 100% a B tier, for Bork tier for me. Moving on to the combo boss, because in the classic, to my understanding, I never did it. It's like separately. In the original, you first have the Ebon Rock, and then after that you have Flame Gore. But in Season of Discovery, you have both of them, which I thought like this fight was very fun as well, just because of the tank swap. We never did the 2-tank strategy. We tried it, but we failed, and we pretty much, well, like every run, we did 3-tank it. So basically what we did is like, if the bosses are over here, and this is the ramp up to it, then we had one off tank standing here, and whenever, I think it was like 3 stacks, it came up and taunted off one of the, depending on who was who still had like world buffs and everything. So he came up, taunted it off, and then this dude came over to this one to tank it off, and then this one came back to there, and then we just jumped in between until the boss was dead. So that was very fun. So this is also a Bork tier for me, because it was just fun, really. So yeah, a little bit disappointed that the trinket never dropped, but it is what it is. It would be nice because it's insane for boosting, in my opinion. I think because 5% extra block when you're boosting, that's very nice. So then we have Chromagus. Chromagus is... It's one of those, like, if you're a main tank, it's the same thing. You're just standing there. Pretty much. I think I did main tank it once, but I don't think I main tanked it in when it was Black Affix, so I can't actually speak about that. But since I never did that, and my experience otherwise than that, then being an on-off tank, and then whenever the time lapse came, you just hurried. Whenever it, everybody except you did hide, and then the off tank hide, which was me. Chromagus would turn to me, and I would just dash out and run to the spot where the main tank was until the main tank could pick it up again, and then just run back and then DPS. So Chromagus for me is B tier. It wasn't that fun. It just, you just hide, go out DPS, hide. Oh, time lapse. You go over there, stand there until it's until the main tank has picked up the threat again. And then you go back and with the DPS and DPS and hide and DPS and hide and just ransom repeat. So, and what basically I did when in that fight, I just helped with these spells. Because just to save the mana for the healers. Because it wasn't that, like I had so much mana anyway. Because I keep the I don't know, remember the name of the boot rune, but it's the one that keeps giving you mana. So, yeah, but that's B tier for me. Moving on to Mr. Nefarian himself. Nefarian. This boss is meh and also great at the same time. The thing with it is that, like, once you're polling, the trash is so boring. You're just standing there and just basically doing nothing. You're hiding for a long period of time. But it's a decent fight, really, because like if you're a main tank, it's kind of fun. Like you're whenever you get your class affix as a paladin, you have to hurry up and press your bubble and put it on someone else. Usually I put it on our guild leader, which is a priest healer. And also whenever you proc the rogue one, because we had a rogue every single raid, you had to like move him. So you hit him on the back and then you turn him back again, basically. But for me, it is a oh god. There we go. For me personally, it is an A tier because it's way more fun than these three. So yeah, that's just a conclusion of how I feel that this has been. I'm actually gonna change it to this because I think that there we go. I think the Ebon Rock and Flame Gore were the most fun to do, and then was Fire Maw. Oh wait, actually like this, I think. But yeah, and like I said, the first boss was a bit of everything. But at least you had something to do, running around and trying to pick up ads and everything. And if you had the egg in the middle, it was like, oh, something is about to happen. I think it was like when it was like 20 eggs left. So when you have broken 10, it procced. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, that's just my tier list of the Blackwing Lair. I really enjoyed this raid. It was very fun to do. Yeah, that's just it. And hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you in the next one in the future. And until next time, Bork Bork!